All right, hi guys. Good morning. I'm going to be here again. So in today's tutorial, I'll be talking about sampling. Sampling. All right. So what exactly does it mean to sample? Sampling simply means selecting a subset out of the whole, like getting something out of something. All right. Now, what you are selecting, maybe you're selecting from a population. Now, what you are taking a sample, a part of that population. That to say that the each of the members of that population has an equal chance of being selected. So sampling simply means taking something, taking an instance out of a whole. You're taking part of something. You can do that randomly. You can do that periodically. So sampling in statistics is a selection of a subset or a statistical sample of individual from within a statistical population to estimate characteristics of the whole population. That's just what it simply means. So we have two columns here of data. We have product name, we have purchase cost, right? So looking at this purchase cost, for instance, we can go down and we can tell that we have about 24 data points here. And then we want to just take a sample out of this, all right? So I just want to do some sampling. This is very good in thinking what we call inferential statistics. We've talked about this before. So where you are just selecting part of something so that you can just give a general overview of what's there. So how do we do this? Simply, we're going to do this in two ways. Let's go to our data analysis toolpak already. On that data analysis toolpak, you know already, we select our sampling, okay? Now, in this case, I'm going to do it in two ways. All right, I'm going to do it in two ways. So I'm going to select periodic sampling. First of all, I'm going to check out that what it means. Our input range, let's select our input range. Our input range should be this purchase cost. Here, as you can see, you want to select from purchase cost. All right, we just want to select a sample of purchase cost periodically. Now, how would this periodically means like in steps of, let's say, okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let's say in steps of 4, periodically 4. All right, and then output range, I want it to be in this same particular data. So I'll say from here, like this. I don't want it to be on a new sheet already, you know that. Then I say, okay. Now, and voila. Now, this is what happens now. This is sample of purchase cost. As you can see, we have 109, 401 because we selected periodic. So at every 4 intervals is selected. All right, see, for 109, 1, 2, 3, 4. 109 was selected for us. All right, for 401, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 401. For 95, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see, and that's how it goes now. So since we selected it periodically, like every 4 steps, is selected, and then that's how we had these random selected values for us here. All of them have an equal chance now. So this time around, okay, we wonder how we're going to select these samples. Okay, let's make it periodically. You can make it periodically, like maybe in steps of like maybe 10 or whatever, however you want to do that. So that's just one step. All right, let's go again. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go. Let me just label this one periodic sampling. Periodic. Well, this one will be random. Let's do random sampling so that we can get what we're trying to do here. So we go to data analysis this time around, sampling again. This time around, we want to be doing it not by period, but by random sampling. So I select my random here again. So this one already has been selected for us, as in talking about the range. I don't want to do that again. So number of samples, we want to get like, we want to select, let's say 7. Those 7 random numbers at random. So the difference between periodic is that periodic and sampling, that in periodic, you determine the range when, how should it be, in what interval should you select, all right, the purchase cost now. So in random, like in any order, but just return 7 random values, all right? All right, so I don't say 7 here, and my output range is going to be here, so that, and then I close this and I okay. So you can see that 7 has been given for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's how you can select at random. This is going to be very, very helpful, let's say. in differential statistics. For instance, maybe you have 1,000 people, right, with different opinions, and you just want to sample, let's say, out of the 1,000, you just want to sample, let's say, 20 samples out of the population of 1,000. What do? You can definitely use a random sampling there. All of them, the key thing here is that each of the members of the population have an equal chance of being selected. So that's the way to do that. I've taught you how to do the sampling based on what data analysis toolpak. Now I'm going to teach you how to do sampling another way this time around. All right, now check it out. Now the issue with this one is this. The issue with this one is this. It doesn't allow for you to like select text. So what I'm going to be teaching you now, showing you now, would allow for us to select what text. We're going to be using a function called rand. All right, so we're trying to like perform random we want to perform some random sampling. Now check it out. I'm going to do something. I'm going to insert here a new column, right? I'll call this one random. Now see what happened. Okay, I say equals to rand. Now rand there returns a random number greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1, evenly distributed. All right, it does select any one random at once. Now just check it out. Don't worry yourself, just check it out. I select it and I okay. Now you can see that between 0 and 1, this number is selected. See what happens. If I click again and enter, it changes. Click again, enter, it changes. It keeps updating on its own. All right, we have that one first. I'm going to do that for the other columns that are there. All right, the remaining ones, I can simply drag it down. I can drag it down like so, okay? And I'm simply dragging down the formula. If I keep clicking like this, see, it keep updating, all right? Let me just hit it down so that it can affect every other person, right? So we have the random samples here. So see what happens is, I keep clicking, it keep updating. All right, we do not want it to keep updating. I'm going to do something. I'm going to convert this, all right? See the logic here. I'm going to copy everything we have here. All right, this is a function I want to see. And now I'm going to paste it back again. All right, now I right click, paste special, and then I'm going to paste it as a value. All right, I'm pasting it as a value, and I okay. See what happens now. Pasted. You see that the random is not updating again. This is just a normal value. All right. Now, since these are random numbers, it is now easy for me to now say, okay, based on these random values, right? It's no respect of anything, right? I've been able to make some random values. And now I can simply do something now. I can simply say, I can select a random. Let's say I'm selecting this guy, all of this, okay? And I right click and I say sort, let's say custom sort. For instance, I'm sorting by, sorry, I shouldn't use custom sort. I can decide to sort anyhow. I just want to get, even if I want to say sort from smallest to largest, like so. From smallest to largest. So you see, I can now select the first 10 sample of this one. I can now select the first sample of this. I can take any of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can take any of this as my sample. I don't know whether you get the logic behind this. I don't know whether you get the logic behind this. And this is my sample. Now let me recap. Let me try to like say it again. Okay. Now what I'm trying to perform here is to do some sample. I'm trying to like perform a random sampling. All right. Now if you observe, I came here and under this protest code, I sorted from smallest to largest. Now, based on the random figures that I generated here, okay, so first of all, I made a random number. So all of these are just random number that just came. Having had these random numbers, okay, I now copied the values that are in random, which is in the function, and then I now pasted it as a value, as values. Now these numbers are just scattered about. Based on these numbers, all right, now I now select all of this, select the whole of this, all of this. And now I decide to like, since these are random values, okay, I now decide to like sort this one. Okay, I'm going to sort this one. I'm going to sort from maybe largest to smallest. So you can see that this first column here is what is being sorted. All right, this is what is being sorted from largest to smallest. All right, and based on that, we now, these ones here, these particular two columns are affected, and then we can now select 10 out of that. So this is just the second way of performing our sampling. All right, I don't know whether you get it. I don't know whether you get the logic. Please ask questions if you don't get it, but the simple logic here is this, that we are trying to just generate random values here, random values, random values. Now that we've generated random values from nowhere, it is unbiased, right? We use this particular column to affect what the sorting here. Everything will be scattered. Now, looking at this now, we try to sort from smallest to biggest. You can tell that this is not the smallest value here. If it were so, 89 will not come. After 89, there is 95. All right, there's 75. 75 should have come first. But based on this particular column, it is from the smallest to the largest. That's how we had this. All right, so that's the side of our class today about sampling. You can use any of the method, whether you're using data analysis toolpak, whether you're using the periodic, or you're using a random sampling, or you're using the rand function. Any of those ways should be able to like perform your sampling. All right, so that's the side of the class today. Have a wonderful time. Please make sure you comment if you have any question, or if you've watched this video, please comment. Your comment is very important, and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right. All right, let me know so that we can improve upon our tutorial for the next class. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.